What's going on? We are going to unbox my GPU real quick, and then we're going to put it in. Shouldn't be too difficult. GPU's a pretty plug and play thing, and besides that, usually just takes a couple cables. My current GPU doesn't require any extra power, so I gotta figure out where we're gonna get that from, but it should be a sweet little GPU. Did buy it used, of course. Oh, look at that. Actually came in an anti-static bag. That is really big. Really big. Should be a relatively straightforward job here. We need to take off this rear panel, but hopefully when I'm done with that, we will have a machine that we can tune, get the most out of, possibly overclock, and see what kind of performance we get out of it. I don't know if I'm hoping for too much or too little. I don't really know what we're gonna see here. The only thing is that could become a problem, especially tonight. It's about 6:35 right now. I may not have the right cables for the GPU to power it because my old GPU did not require extra power sources. So quite beautiful. 3 fans compared to our one. Asus Strix, sorry. And this thing is extremely heavy. I am worried about that. I'm not really sure what you can do as far as that goes, as far as SAG goes, but looks like I'll have to look it up and figure it out probably, because I mean it's a heavy thing for being all plastic and aluminum. Pretty ridiculous. Okay, so we're looking at VGA 1, VGA 2, I guess. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I don't entirely know if this is correct because this is labeled as a VGA G3, and the VGA port that I'm going to be plugging it into is going to be the VGA 1. I don't think it matters. I have 2 cables that say VGA G3. G3, by the way, is the name of my PSU cable that splits off into 2 that should power the GPU. So I'm thinking this is going to be correct. It's going to be the one I run. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm sort of just going to plug it in and see if that works. So, alright, so this should be as simple as releasing this clip, as well as releasing these thumb screws, which apparently I can't do by hand. And out comes the 1050. Been a good little soldier of a card, but simply not powerful enough. This GPU smells like someone else's room. It's gross. Before it plops in, let's take a look at it, right? There's the 3-pin GPU, or 3-fan, I should say, sorry. 2080 GeForce GTX. It's kind of a beautiful thing, man. I mean, that's a little ugly right there, isn't it? But I'm gonna unplug this, just to give myself that bit of room there. Yeah, it's gonna take up so much room. I mean, this is such a big thing. Jesus, man. Yeah, I don't think there will be any issues. That's a big goddamn thing, man. Jeez Louise. And that can't even stretch across there now, so before this puts any extra weight, potentially damage on the GPU, I'm gonna get this thing bolted up, or sorry, on the motherboard. This is a gigantic GPU, my man. So I'm gonna go ahead and guess that this thing is already gonna be pretty freaking noisy, man. It's got triple the amounts of fans. It's just a big old boy. Yeah, it's very big and heavy. It's considerably larger than my 1050.
Oh my god, dude.
It's got 3 fans instead of the 1.
So you got the one you wanted? Is it used or new?
It's used. I did get, it's a 2080, so they have the 3 series out, but people are buying them and scalping them. So I didn't really want to pay a scalper an exorbitant price, so I got the 2080, especially when, I mean, these GPUs literally came out 2 years ago tops. I might have to find a new way to support it, because it's, but there it is, it's installed. I just, well, let's see, I gotta get my VGAs.
Cool.
I kind of displayed this cable here though, so it's got 2 cables. I'm not really sure which one's supposed to be which. Apparently that's supposed to go in first. The smaller plug goes in first for sure. I guess I can just, instead of running it all the way behind the GPU, I can just run it on the side. I don't have anything against that, really. If you kind of look at where my lighting is, this lower part's probably not going to receive a whole lot of lighting anymore. Well, that's all replugged, actually, so we just get these 2 cables in this big main harness below here. And then I think we're done, honestly. Unless I want to make some sort of attempt at making it, the wiring kind of fit and feel better, but I don't really think I'm gonna, I don't know how much I'm gonna improve it, to be honest. Little cat, let me see if I can wedge that under there for now. Let's see if that'll hold it up. So, that's smashed in there to prevent sag for now. So, I'm good with that for the time being. Oh, the other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use some Clorox. Very carefully when you're spraying it, don't get anything wet, obviously, especially if we're about to fire it off. I'm gonna use that to clean up my, I'm just gonna use it to wipe off this dust off of this LED strip. I don't know what this LED strip is, but it seems to, it's a little sticky by nature. So dust is actually kind of sticking to it. It's gonna make my LEDs look a little more dull, and that's no fun. We don't want that. Well, something I noticed right away is it doesn't actually have a DVI connection at all. I'm gonna have to find a completely new plug for that monitor. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's an old fricking monitor. Hopefully I don't have to buy a new monitor tonight. Well, it's all up. Hopefully it should be enough to fire up. Very pretty for sure. Oh, it looks like there is RGB for the GPU, so that's really cool. So for some reason I thought it was only going to be red. That is clearly RGB. I'm sorry, but red is not my color. Oh right, that one is not actually plugged in. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 Ti. Temperatures on the GPU right now are at a cool 30 degrees Celsius, which is right where we want it. So, just like that, we're all plugged in. Our screens are even the same. Everything pops up. We're looking good. That about sums it up. Computer is up and running. I'm just going to do some benchmarks just for fun, just to see where it is, just so I have that data in the future if I ever want to look at what it was doing when I first installed it, I don't know, and just play with the RGB and stuff, and then just game and edit videos and use it. So I will probably be using that GPU to edit this video. So if you enjoyed this small little upgrade / build video, let me know. Again, I'm an amateur, just having fun. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later, gamers.